Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Now, how am I gonna get this back to the way it was before? Jensen, do you have any contracting experience? Is we in a...
It was the air pressure.
All right, and then we just... Oh, actually, hold on. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. No.
Just
no.
walk
no,
at it.
No,
Just walk.
no. It's like the one angle that I want, they don't have on offer.
That has been the case.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Just
And then...
drop it. There.
Perfect. No one
It's
will
fixed.
ever be able to tell the difference. I'm a ghost in the night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a ghost.
You're a snake in the night.
I'm a ghost in the... Come on. Can I not because I'm on the table? Okay. Does the game know? Does the game know that I'm up to some nonsense? I said, game, that I'm a ghost in the night. And that...
No. The arms were with you for a moment.
It really doesn't want me to shove this man in this
Let
vent.
that poor man sleep in the corner. Not everybody
Fine.
has to take the vent nap.
There. He was just sleeping on duty. I didn't knock him out. He knocked himself out.
Yeah, he's tired for all the pressures of this job.
And the air pressure that blew that
Yes!
grate open.
Pressure everywhere.
Oh, and then we're gonna do... 10-point landing.
Yep,
Nailed it.
right in front of the terminal. And everybody in the station is like, is he... whatever. How did... You know what? We're tired.
What are they gonna say? Well, officer, I saw a strange ceiling man. He was awfully well dressed. Just dropped, immaculate, fully formed from the ceiling.
And then they'll be like, you've been drinking too much espresso.
An immersive sim is characterized, I think, by... Pardon me. You know what? It's in the damn name. I should stop complaining. Because an immersive sim is characterized by saying, here is a world, we've installed some gates,
And we drop you in it.
you have some tools, make your way through. Find your own path. This is not a specific arcade challenge.
How is that different from a sandbox game?
A sandbox game, it's usually about scope,
Okay.
I would say. That's how I would distinguish them. A sandbox game like Grand Theft Auto, it's sort of... Oh,
Zasranej auk ve vagónu pro naturály. Chcete snad vyvolat paniku? Ukažte mi papíry. Dělejte nebo vás...
okay, I don't
I
think...
don't have time to waste with this. Make it fast.
Yep.
Vemte si
Hey,
je a vypadněte.
Eliza,
Příští
looking
týden
good.
večerem použijte vagón pro augy. Máme svých problémů dost i
I'm
bez
sorry,
takových
officer, were you...
potíží, jako
What?
jste vy.
Saying something?
Jensen, looks like we have a new lead in the case. It's going to put you inside Gollum City.
The odd ghetto. What did we get?
In telecam footage from the attack. Chang was able to pull some images from it. Trouble is, our new psychologist needs to clear you before you go anywhere.
So I shouldn't tell her about this piece of evidence I've got for Smiley.
Humor the bureaucrats, will you? Bring Smiley your evidence and give Ozen 5 minutes of your time. Call me when it's done.
Okay. You were saying?
A sandbox game, like a Grand Theft Auto or a Just Cause, it's usually like, here's this environment, it is a playground, it's very broad, and there are... I guess it really just is about scope, because Jensen's ability to dash through this environment functionally really isn't too far removed from like Nico Bellic and his ability to steal a car,
Yeah.
because everything is just scaled up, right? So it's like you have to cover miles, so a car is an appropriate solution and will let you cover that distance effectively. Here, it's like being able to go from rooftop to rooftop in this game or in Dishonored. It's the same like percentage of map covered, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very roughly. They're gonna send me to Gollum. You know what? It might not be worthwhile, but I'm gonna go try to talk to Seraph again. And I think I'm gonna go see Caller, and maybe I misunderstood that quest. Maybe you just are supposed to go there of your own accord.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna try both of those things. Metro is this way. There's a Metro.
What's an example of another immersive sim?
The Thief series, the Shock line of games, so that's...
Like BioShock?
Yeah. Now, BioShock, I would say that it strays a little bit from some of the design stuff, and it's closer to an action game with superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
But that's splitting hairs. It has a lot of the same DNA.
Smells like police.
I think a game that is really difficult to classify just on like genre lines, it's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has a lot of the tools and trappings and expectations of an immersive sim, minus the conversations, I suppose. But then again, BioShock didn't have... Okay, the point is, but the maps are really big, you know?
Yeah.
It has... I would say that it is a great example of a game that's like right at the midpoint between a game like Deus Ex and a game like a Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's big enough that a horse makes sense and is valuable,
Yeah.
but it can also be small enough that moving through a vent is useful. Like, that's pretty hard to do, because I think a big part of it, it's sort of like how granular are the movement mechanics, you know?
Yeah. Although, then what is Red Dead Redemption?
It's a sandbox game. You don't really have the fine tools that you would have in an immersive sim. Well, then again, it is so much about like the way you interact with objects. Listen, this is all
That's
very...
why I brought it up.
This is all
I was
very
thinking
silly.
About like how you can gut a rabbit. I mean,
I'm just thinking about how you can physically flick through cowboy clothes catalog.
You can, and the pages turn, and it's in old fonts, and usually the writing's kind of funny.
Yeah, and it is definitely trying to immerse you in an environment.
But it's big. But it's not an immersive sim because it's too big.
I would say for the purposes of like, so the genre labels are mostly useful as a commercial tool.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I think that I'm getting hung up on them when I should really probably be looking at them in a more critical way.
Yeah, sort of in an overlapping possibilities Venn diagram sort of way.
Yeah, so ignoring the genre labels, I think that this game is broad on purpose, and I should probably complain about it less. Okay, so that was the point that I was getting at before, where it's like there would be more for me to do in this game if I felt like I could properly equip myself to run and gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this place looks empty. Gesundheit.
Ugh.
I'm not wrong, right? Kohler's not here right now?
It doesn't look like it. Check and see if he's napping.
I did.
Check and see if he's napping in an inappropriate spot. Like, maybe he sleeps in the trash sometimes. No, he's not in there. It looks empty. He's not there. He's hiding. He's out getting some espresso. Man, I do not like the part of the brain that fixates on simple needs sometimes.
Yeah.
I cannot stop thinking about having a very nice espresso.
What, because we saw like 2 coffee machines?
Look, there's a serious coffee culture in this town, and it's unignorable, all right? Like, the fancy apartments all have espresso machines. You know? And I want a very nice cup of fully flavored
Burned
beans.
bean juice.
Burned bean juice
Right.
with
You want to
foamy
sear the shit
with
out of some nuts. No, out of
some beans, and
out
then
of some baby plants.
some baby plants.
Oh wait, I didn't. Wrong fly. You remember very recently?
Yeah, I do. Oh boy. Okay, for the audience.
Yeah. What was the context?
I think you were making pancakes, and you were
Yeah.
talking about how horrifying it is that we just kind of.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs are a nightmare.
Yeah, well, but you didn't say eggs. You said it's horrifying that we just use these babies to turn into a sweet breakfast.
Yeah, I see what you wanted. You were going to use this to make a baby, but I'm going to use it to make pancakes. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Talking about an egg.
And then I asked you if you were talking about the egg or the wheat.
Oh, yeah. And then that blew my mind. It's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Did you see babies?
We only eat babies. We eat almost exclusively babies. That's where all the nutrition is.
Nobody's below me. Okay, it's fine.
Ah! It's frightening.
They know what I'm about. It's
I know. They're just your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is a little disconcerting to consider.
License permit voucher document of authority.
It's disconcerting to consider that the majority of things we eat are
Good old days. We
the
did this
young
for a
of
day.
other
Days
species.
are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level.
Nuts,
You are some kind
beans.
of badass.
I am.
Just someone with
Yeah.
a job to do.
And the tools to do it, obviously. Go on through.
What else? Fruits, vegetables, leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not so bad.
You know what I think would enhance the checkpoint experience?
What?
If every time they stopped you, the brick of papers Jensen handed them was larger, until eventually it's just this like conspiracy board.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 feet across, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I was worried about the cutoff points for the side quests unnecessarily.
Well, I mean, how long has it been since you played this game through the first time?
If once this loads, I should be able to tell you. Like down to the hour. Give me a minute. Wait, is there graffiti in the tunnels? How does that work?
Adam Jensen could get there. And we are in the Jensen zone. Like, you just have to be agile, and you have to have that mod that puts your knees in your chest.
Makes you really squat. No, you just need an AUG that makes you thin like Paper Mario,
Yeah.
so you don't get mushed by the metro lines.
But there are access hatches in all metro tunnels. Like, it's not like people put ads up there and stuff. There's, you know, it's important to make sure nobody's, like, no trains are going through, but, like, you can get down into places. It's just not safe or a good idea in most cases.
Yeah. But they don't have the protection of the state of the city.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more daredevil-y and thus sweeter when you actually get to tag something in there.
Yeah, but what about the people that don't? What about the people that get mushed by the metro line?
Then they become legends.
I don't think that I can be okay with this. Listen, I went to school for this, so take my word for it. Don't die for your art. Because then you don't get to make any more of it.
Yeah, and that's no good.
Adam, I finally decrypted the audio off the Whisper chip tap. Fucking cold, man. You gotta hear it.
I have my hands full right now. Tell me where you are and I'll come when I can.
There's an old limb clinic in the Davney district. It's closed down. Nobody goes there anymore. I'll be inside.
Can I go there right now?
Hands full indeed. Where are we headed?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to go talk to... let's go talk to Alex first.
Okay. We'll walk over there and catch up tomorrow.
It's between episodes. Now I can burp and no one will know.
I can see why you wouldn't want anyone to know.